Dutchie, 17.
DJ Chelsea Lee.
Hey. Thank you for believing in the clean expense. I really be needing it, the team legit, but who let the demons in? It probably been a long time, but I need to spit. Had to go full strength for me defense. I had no bullshit till I seen the risk. Didn't do that crime, judge plead the fifth. Do that time, don't leave it snitch. Right up the hip like squeezing blicks, they blocked my big shot, but I seen the miss. I let y'all go off while I schemed and pissed. I needed 10. World knew he was sick, but they let me off with a weak offense. I can't let you live, cause you need the sense. Smoking hella plain since I need to vent. Mom block eyes, but I seen this shit, I had to. Didn't fall far from the apple. I be in the water like a paddle. Everybody cattle with people just wanting a battle. I do it better with my shadow. All you niggas shallow, lacking when you rap though. Everything is clear. I'ma make it back though. Smoking on the petrol. I came in the back though. Now it's still intact though. Watch where you at though. Thank you everybody that was listening. Now the streets whispering, Gave it up and now it's time to give again. Now my team glistening, Always wanted to appreciate it. Thank you, now I see dividends, Thank you everybody that was listening. Now my heat quickening. Thank you everybody that was listening. Now them streets whispering, Gave it up and now it's time to give again. Now my team glistening, Always wanted to appreciate it. Thank you, now I see dividends, Thank you everybody that was listening. Now my heat quickening.
DJ Chelsea Lee.
What's up? Yo, I love a nigga that can really rap, yo. That nigga could rap right there. That was the homie Von Dutch. Song is called Gratuity. That shit was fucking fire, man. This is Devinwade, aka Dangerous DevNasty, aka Choke Your Mama Out, aka Choke Your Pop Out. And we back with another episode of the Devinwade Show. Of course, with me today is none other than Porter Rich.
Yo.
Go ahead. Do it.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. Garnett Briscoe.
That's it.
Struggling comedian.
I ain't struggling, man.
I know. I see.
I'm doing all right, man.
You
my
are.
My hairline is flourishing. I pray 5 times a day. My iPhone charger don't got loose neck. I'm good. I'm good.
Yo, hold on. Wait.
We came here with the book bag full of bricks today.
Hold on. First, let's let everybody know that Waleska
Hello.
is in the building. But why are iPhone chargers made out of the worst material that exists on the fucking planet Earth?
I don't know. It's pretty bad, but mine's is in good condition, baby.
Is it
straight.
Is a corner store joint?
No, this is still Apple's finest.
Because you know the corner store joint only work for a certain amount of charges, like 3 charges.
You got about 72 hours total.
That's dollar stores too. They sell them too.
Yeah, that shit. But the cords actually be like thick cords that don't break. Like, why the fuck does the Apple cord like die? Like,
they replicate. Listen, we live in a world where they replicate everything, my guy. They said it's fake lettuce out there. Like, they replicate everything.
Nigga, I could plug in a fucking Sega Genesis from 1992 and the plug work fine. But I can't use. Plug in a fucking plug from last year, nigga. That shit is fucking crazy, man. But how everybody feeling today, man?
I'm cool. I'm good. For me, I'm good. Yeah.
Porter actually looking at people today.
I'm good. I like the record.
I don't know. He still has glasses.
He has shades on.
Sure.
He does have shades on.
Yeah, I got shades on today. I'm feeling cool. I'm feeling blessed. I'm just happy to be here. But shout out to Von Dutch. That was definitely a different type of joint for to start the joint off, and he was definitely spitting, different and different. I like different. I like all kinds of music. So
yeah, he killed that joint. But yeah, Porter Rich is in a better mood today, man.
I'm chilling.
He's looking at his he's looking at his castmates, man.
Listen, I don't be like, I don't want people to think, for people that really know me, they know like I'm always chilling. I'm a good dude. I don't be walking around like on no bullshit. It's just when the world be on bullshit, I guess we all get a little, and you
get passionate.
You vent.
Then he picked like a doorknob to stare at, and then he just
he focuses.
I had a little moment earlier at work. I mean, at a job meeting with my job. I had a little moment at my job meeting earlier with me and my, my 2 family members, co-workers, and we was just talking about everything. And I had a little moment because I just feel like we got to speak. We got to speak, and we need to be honest, and that's the way we gonna make things go forward better.
Yeah. Speaking of people speaking up and jobs in general, there's a company that actually employs a whole lot of motherfuckers on this planet. Mm-hmm. We talking about the richest dude in the world. Is he the richest dude in the world? This guy that owns Amazon?
I think that we know about.
Yeah, as of right now, yeah.
And he has some things to say.
Record.
You peeped that, Rich?
Yeah, they said I think Jeff Bezos said that he supports the George Floyd, and it's important for us to mention it because again, since the whole George Floyd thing, that the movement was supposedly like to keep speaking and speak out, for people to speak up, speak out on things so that we won't forget. Because when we don't speak on things and we tend to forget, things tend to repeat themselves. So speak out. So shout to, Jeff Bezos. I believe they said he spoke out and definitely did he support the George Floyd protests and everything about it. He's not in support of any type of black injustice on black people and racism against black people. And, again, I've seen different opinions on it. Some people, we always going to have some people that's going to say, nah, they just saying that all his employees is black. He need the black people. I get that. I understand it. We never really going to know the real reason, real true, I guess true, but we asking for something. And when we asking for something and people start doing it, we got to be mindful and just, try to be good sports about things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good that he spoke out. Just considering he's a businessman, he has a company.
Right.
It's, African American people that work for him, people of color that work for him. So it's good. I'm pretty sure for the people that work for his company, it feels good for them. So hopefully he just keep pushing forward and try to make some changes within his company to keep making them feel like that.
Yeah, didn't he have like basically what they call the people now, Karens and shit? Didn't he have like a Karen hit him up, like sent a message over there?
Oh yeah,
like,
he's getting hate mail. He's getting hate mail all about it.
He answered them back and basically said, suck a dick.
Yeah,
basically.
They left him some crazy vicious hate mail. I read one of them where it was like, yeah, you fucking sell out, and then it was at the end like, oh, I was like fuck you in your ass. Like it was crazy.
Wow.
It was beyond crazy. I'm like, here we go.
As
like,
if they can get to him to even fuck him in the ass.
But
As
why?
a trillionaire?
But why? Well, what's up? But I didn't even know if it was a male or a female that was sending this message. But like, what's up with like? It got to be like the same like old racism, because you still talk about like raping it. Like, you gotta chill. We gotta chill.
Them people. I mean, people say anything through fucking text and you know the comments that we get sometimes from people. People say anything, man, because trolling is. I don't even know if it's at an all-time high. It's been at the same high, I think, since the internet popped off. People go in there and will say anything, nigga. Yeah. I remember like. I used to wonder how, Danny Garcia and shit like that. I used to wonder how he used to put up with like some of the trolling that I used to see on my nigga page. Like people would be so crazy. They would say shit about his little sisters when they was like 12.
Nah, that's
like crazy, like sexual shit, like shit that was crazy, wild, disrespectful. Like,
did he see it though, or did he just ignore it?
He would see it and just be like, I don't give a fuck about that. Like counting his money, like he didn't give a fuck.
It.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, salute to Danny though. You gotta have thick skin. They say success ain't for everybody, and if you gonna put yourself out there as like a public figure, man, you got to know that nowadays in the world we live in now today with the internet and just how easy it is for somebody to sit behind a keyboard and go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen,
and you can have a lot of fucking success trolling these days, because there's a nigga who is the king troll of the world. He took it all the way to the bank. I don't think he could be replicated ever again. I think this nigga is unfucking stoppable in trolling.
Donald Trump?
No.
Oh.
No. There's one nigga above him. There's only
He's
one.
not above him.
He is, man.
No, he's not. He's not above him.
Listen, one became the president of the United States. That's a hell of a feat.
But they showed me a Trump tweet today. My coworker, shout out to my coworkers, my family, showed me a Trump tweet today where he said some shit like, what'd he say? He
was it
like,
real? He
was like, no, it was about him. It ain't even funny. But I couldn't help but laugh and say, this man is like mad. Mm-hmm. But it was to that point, because it's not funny because it was in reference to like the whole George Floyd thing, and he was saying like how he's so sorry. Somebody from the George Floyd family, I believe, called him, to my knowledge, I believe that's what it said, and he was so sorry to hear about the George Floyd death, to hear that somebody would die from a man's knee to the neck like that. He said it sounds so painful. That he said, which was weird. He said it sounds so painful.
That sound like him.
He said it sounds so. He said it sounds so painful. He said, and then he said, "There's plenty other ways to die."
Stop. That right there.
See, yeah.
He said
that do sound like him, but I always check the tweet.
Yo, you had to, because there's a lot of fake news out there.
The thing was though, 9 times out of 10, I'm shocked. I go to check, and it's really on He really said when the looting start, the shooting start. Nigga, that sound like Hove bars from about like 2006. You know what I'm saying?
That's how he used his Twitter account.
Nigga.
The person that showed me that, I mean, I don't know if they double checked it or not. I didn't really get to double check it because I didn't, I kept it moving. But I don't know, bro. And I've seen like shit like that from him previously. That's why I like agree with Garnett. Like, he's definitely like up there when it comes to just.
He has sarcasm. That's
bullshit.
the shit that's annoying. He's sarcastic as shit. That's what bothers. It makes me cringe.
Yeah, he's disgusting.
Yeah, like entertainment and all that shit, we might find different shit in him. But like when it come back down to like humanity.
Well, you're a president. Like, I can't be joking with you.
Like, he might, like, even like I said, when I looked at that quote with that meme, that quote, like, I had to kind of like smile it off. It's like you laugh it off because you really don't want to go ahead and,
because if you really internalize it,
pain
exactly.
And the anger that's coming from the reality of it that a motherfucker ain't shit.
Yeah. Now, what if that nigga teamed up with who? All right, you say he's number one. I say this guy's number one, but vice versa.
1B.
You already know 1B. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Of course.
Who?
6ix9ine.
Absolutely. 6ix9ine is really out here. He shocked the world once again, popping up with Mr. I'm Locked Up.
Part 2.
Part 2 to a classic.
Is it out?
Not yet. I don't think
Worse
it's out
than it
yet.
being out is just seeing them sitting there
Singing
working
it together.
Yo,
I seen a lot of people trying to like speak it like back non into existence though. Like I don't know. Can you reverse stuff when you?
Can you reverse?
Yeah, can you can't like
like
I meant to
on
say,
some
like, when they-
Alakazam type shit.
I mean, you know how like when they say we can speak things into existence. What if we keep saying it's not gonna happen? It won't happen.
Nah,
It can't
women try
happen.
that all the time with their bodies. They try to speak bodies out of
That
existence.
won't work, Garnett.
Nah, it's over.
Yeah,
What
I don't
we
care.
saying is real.
Yeah.
And I'm just amazed that he keep allowing these people into this porno room. Like, this room be empty as shit. It just be the laptop and
Yo,
and
that is a
That's
trap
it.
house porno. That's like the I'm trying to think of whose pornos that is because that's real low budget porno. I shouldn't know the names of some of these companies.
Like what?
But, hold on, I'm trying to think of the joint. I'm trying to think of the one joint because it be some real ghetto
West
joint.
Coast. They got West.
Now West Coast Productions be in some nice places with pools and jacuzzis.
And mansions and shit.
Yeah. Don't do that though. Don't do that to West Coast. don't do that.
This must
to
be
them.
some amateur shit then.
Yeah, I don't know. I forget what the bull's name is, man. I'ma remember though. That shit going pop into my mind and shit. But yeah, man, this dude popped up with that and people went crazy. They were super upset. They look at Akon. You know, people look up to Akon, all of the work that he does. And it doesn't minus all of the shit that he does. Trust me. At all. Then he put on so much that with something like that, I don't have enough I don't know. I don't got chips in that game. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
He's trying to
That's
give
how I feel.
like 600 million people light.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. This dude is really
He has a $1 billion credit line with China. You know how crazy that is?
Oh, yo, I know the joint that just popped in my head. It's the Habib show.
Habib show is some backyard bullshit.
Yo, I really do think 6ix9ine is going live from the Habib. But that's where he was boxing the boy DJ Academics. Looked like he was boxing him.
Same room.
Same room.
I was trying to
Chipped him
find.
too.
I was trying to find the.
Come on, you think he chipped him?
They definitely check academics.
I was trying to find the Styles P comment on it. I couldn't find it. Shout out to Styles P, but he had a dope comment on it where like, you know, and it was only right that he spoke on it because he's the original person from the Locked Up record with Akon, you know, so he had like just his you know, because a lot of people I guess been hitting, you know, probably was hitting Styles up, and I like, you know, just how he addressed it as a grown man. Like certain stuff, you know, it ain't even for me. It ain't even like for my lane. It ain't for like, you know, whatever. Like, you know, and I get it. My brothers or my sisters or my family, we still might address something and people still might want my opinion on it. You know what I mean? But
Right.
it ain't gonna be much.
Right.
And then he popped up after that, a couple days later, new Nicki Minaj joint dropping called Trolls. He came back. This nigga got the bundle. Yo, he got the lace front.
He got the lace front.
Man, what about
and
that?
a ponytail? He was swinging that shit.
But Nicki shit was fat. Nicki shit was fat. And I just know
Wait,
like
isn't she pregnant? She not pregnant, isn't she?
I don't
pregnant?
know.
That's what I heard. But then when you saw the pictures, the
She
only
didn't-
thing that was fat was in the back. You know what I'm saying?
that shit fat. That shit fat. And shout to Nicki and the fatty and you know her people and everybody over there is fat.
How you shout out her team for her butt being fat?
Right.
because everybody's a part of what I see. Everybody's a part of
Her stylist, her hairdresser, everybody.
the artwork of what I seen, because it came across me. It came across me, but that's all I seen.
It's artwork.
And
That's
for the
all I
fans,
seen was Nicki Minaj and fat.
and for the fans at home, he did the no look when he said fat. He looked at the doorknob. The same thing he look at when he mad and he going on a rant. He looked off into space and said,
I love Nicki. I like Nicki, and that shit fat, and she look good, and she should keep doing good and look good.
Well, all I know is, man, for everybody that hates the Bull 6ix9ine, who I don't give a fuck about one way or the other, I think that when he ends up making his life movie, that every human being is going to watch that shit. The people that really hate him are going to watch that shit, and it's going to be hella entertaining to watch him go from whatever, it's just some like Mexican boy that was like waiting tables or some shit to getting tattoos on his face and
Becoming a thug.
yeah, becoming a thug, quote unquote, just whatever the fuck he is.
I just be trying to figure out like who works for who. Like, do you work for the police or do the police work for you?
That's
Like
a good question.
Like I be seeing, because I see some of the.
I think it's both.
I just see some of the slick shit, like the slick shit, the money shit, and I get it. A lot of times we get blinded by money. Everybody loves money. Money is so fascinating. It's so amazing when you see a person on television and he just got all this money and glamorous shit. I get it, but at the same time, look at what we dealing with in the world with police, and I just want to know who works for who, because.
He definitely worked for them.
Okay, I'm just checking.
He worked for them and therefore protected by them.
No matter
just
how
checking.
glamorous it may look, the same rules still apply.
I'm just checking.
When they need something, they gonna give him a call.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's usually
give
just
him
how
a
it
call.
goes.
He's just the
Shit.
first nigga embracing
Give him a call.
it.
Give
He
him
the first nigga embracing
Give
it.
him a call. I don't think he can lead a motherfucker. I don't even think he can lead a motherfucking side.
Listen, I was wondering for
That's
the
a
longest time. I've been wondering for 15 years
I
probably
think he can lead a side.
if anybody would ever become a rapper cop. Like, could a cop rap so
Man,
good?
this is the first official
but
artist
listen.
signed to the police station.
But I'm talking about, could a nigga rap so good that he rapped as a cop? Like, people knew he a cop, he got bars, he rapping about locking
Listen.
niggas to fuck up, his gun game, his fight game. But it's like, dog, this shit like watching the fucking, this nigga, this.
I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him. Live your life, do you? Only God could judge us at the end of this whole shit, this whole crazy shit, and this shit really like a circus out here right now. But my whole thing is, like, you operating how you operate, man. And you can't, like I said, he can't lead. He got to stay with them people, by them people's side.
So you feel like he's a prisoner in life, in a sense?
Man, listen. And to who? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe money changes things. I guess money changes things. Money changes how people treat people. But eventually, like, everything changes in life. And
But how people treat people and what we're going.
fat. That's it.
Dad just showed us Nicki's ass.
That's it. Fat. Nicki got the Trinidadian crazy
She
joint.
always had that though. Like,
She's like the real originator of the oversized, the super oversized,
but it works for her.
cartoon
Though.
joint.
It works for her though. I love
Yeah,
Nicki.
I remember.
I love
Listen,
her music.
first time I
everything.
ever saw Nicki Minaj, I was literally mesmerized. It was a video called 5-Star Chick by
Oh yeah.
and I literally was, when I say blown away, I was on like who is this? Who the fuck is that? Like, dog, I waited for that shit to come back. I was looking that shit up. Oh my God, that was a Yo Gotti or some shit like that was on that joint.
She tough.
Yeah, I was blown away back then. It's crazy how, how like with Celebrity Jones, just like real women in real life, you get tired of them. They look the same, but it's like you really can't see the magic, I guess, that you saw the first time that you was like blown away by that motherfucking person.
But that's any woman you meet.
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
Them celebrity Jones, if we ever met like a celebrity Jones for one, especially if you like a super regular dude, it all depends on the level you meet her. Because if you meet her before she hits celebrity, whatever, all of stardom, then you still might be able to say, yo, she regular as shit, or she cool, or no, she's super bougie already. She might be built for that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it could go.
But she could still be cool and super bougie at the same time.
Talk to him.
Hold on, wait,
Talk
hold
to
on.
him.
She's
look.
speaking. She's speaking for
She went
herself.
personal. She went
Snap
personal.
back.
Listen.
I was waiting on the
I got
response
offended a
too.
little bit. I'm like, hold up.
Listen. She going. Listen. Do not attack bougie people in front of Waleska D. nigga. Let me tell you.
Right.
She gonna let you know she is Gucci down to the socks. Rings and watch filled with rocks.
heavy high maintenance in a healthy fashion, she said.
And she listen, man. She getting her money. I mean, you know who else is about to get their money? You know who might be getting their money, dog?
Who?
Not you and not Wally, but me and Garnett Briscoe. Because guess what?
That's
How
right.
the hell we
They-
getting money?
Because they talking about this reparations, my nigga.
Why would they talk about something like that?
Listen, listen, man.
talking about it,
They
D.
talking about this reparations, and right now, bro.
I thought that's when you had a heart condition.
Garnett.
No, you talking about being on? What are you talking about?
Respirator.
Oh,
Reparations.
Hold on.
so that's not the same thing.
and that's
Respiratory
not,
is
and that's
different.
and that's not even the heart.
It's
either,
really
my
like
nigga.
it's really
You
like
talking
the
about
opposite.
like your lungs.
It's really like the fucking opposite, but like because the one is like the good one that they supposed to give you, and the other one is the one we end up on where they fucking damn near try to kill us.
Yeah. So they talking about like they really talking about this reparations, and to keep it real, 2020 is so wild right now. I believe anything
is possible.
Listen, anything is possible. We know you a Stimmy Hendrix, you know what I'm saying, because you've been very stimulated this year by the stimulus package, unemployment. You're balling out of control. And there's a lot of people living like that. And that's what got me looking at shit. Like you had said something one day where you were like, I feel like money is about to like not exist. Or
I did. It's like, why are y'all giving this out so freely? Like, I know niggas that have no business getting unemployment that got unemployment right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Multiple niggas.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's like, what's about to happen? Because y'all fronting niggas mad money for what?
So for any of our listeners that wouldn't know this, but I'm sure all of our listeners, intelligent people, informed people, they know this. You know, when slavery ended, you know, when you hear the term 40 acres and a mule, everybody was supposed to get their 40 acres and a mule. It was supposed to be something to try to even the playing field for slaves to be, or ex-slaves to be up to speed and be able to build their own commerce and wealth and so have you. Never happened. Actually, what we got instead was the exact opposite. Right. Laws set up to fucking keep you locked up. And
some groups have gotten it, right? Some other cultural groups have gotten it, right?
Yeah. I think
Jews,
maybe
I think
something
Jewish.
for them, and then I don't know how it works for Native Americans. I know they don't have to pay taxes in certain situations or
Right.
whatever the case may be. So those things were paid out, but now they're really talking about this reparations, and the number that it came to was like $14.7 trillion for them to pay.
And then they broke that down to like an individual.
So every, I think, adult person in the comments, y'all could chime in because I know y'all rocking with us live right now on the Sound Only Saturdays. I think it's $350,000.
Where do I sign up?
Hold on.
Right.
Hold on.
Where do we gotta go for
Hold on,
this?
listen.
What municipal building I gotta visit?
This is a lot. There's a lot to this though, man. Because if you give everybody 350, not everybody, all black people, 350.
Oh, but listen, I'm just letting you know now. Like, listen, I'm just letting you know now. I'm Latino. They say, listen, hold on. I'm Latino. First of all, I'm all the way for it for my black people. I'm all the way for it. Give my black people what they deserve. Give them every penny, every dime. Take care of them. Bless them. Let's make life fair. Make the world a better place. I'm all for it. But I will say that as a Latino, and as since the beginning, since I first heard of Latinos descending from, no, listen, it's not even funny because a lot of people go and try to like think I'm like playing and bullshit. But listen, since the beginning, I've always agreed with that because it makes all the sense in the world when you talk about slavery back in the day and families being broken up and left on multi islands and different places everywhere. But listen, again, I'm just telling you, I'm all the way for it. But there has to be a small slot somewhere where I can drop and fill out a small portion for my small percentage of
You might
descendants.
be
it gotta
of
be a
some
small.
African descent,
Listen,
though.
if it's 375,000 per my black brothers and sisters, that they listen. Inshallah, give it to my people.
He said,
It gotta be. I gotta get. I should be able to.
You want
get
50
about
stacks?
50, 60. I'm thinking 60.
60 sounds fair.
I'm thinking 60 because I'm thinking like, you know, I at least gotta be like 20 to 25% descendant from African Americans. You know what I mean?
From African.
Right, from African mixed with like the native and all the other combinations. So yeah, I'm thinking about 60. 60 sounds about.
So 23andMe is going to hike their prices up crazy high.
Yes, they are.
When they see that they dropping this, they gonna hike that all the way up. You want this DNA test, nigga? We charging $500 a pop.
But let me ask. So what about? So would they give it to like the Jamaicans? Would they give it to the Haitians, the Dominicans?
Hold on, that's if they born here?
So it's only for Black Americans.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
This is where the problem gonna come in.
Right.
Because I've been arguing with niggas that's supposed to be my brothers and sisters for 30 years. I say 30 because I've been arguing this shit since I was like 10. Nigga, you black. No, I'm not. I'm Jamaican. Yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? But when that check come, a nigga that talk like Rasta Bamba is going to be like, listen, my nigga.
We gonna straighten up real quick.
Real quick. Listen, fuck that. I want my paper. You know what I'm saying? So niggas is going to want their cut. And they be more African. For real.
Absolutely.
Than us, bro.
Yo.
More straight African blood than us.
Speaking on checks real quick, not to switch the subject, we can stay on it, but speaking on checks, and I'm thinking about my guy, Stimi Hendrix. Did you guys see that they said that it was an old meme that's out now? It's an old racist meme that they said that the price back in the day to hunt for a black slave and a Negro person, this was the meme, and it said that the price was $1,200, the same price of the stimulus check that Trump is giving to everybody.
Yeah.
And everybody was saying, you know, conspiracy theorists, people like that, they saying like it was, you know, on purpose.
Well, listen,
read the lines.
I'm flattered. Thank you.
Listen, that's what I said. I was like, me and my homies was immediately like, well, look, the second one is on the way.
Well, this is the thing with that. I don't want to look too deep into that. Like, you know, we're gonna get back on subject, but I don't want to look too deep into that because one, $1,200 in today's time compared to $1,200
back then
on some slavery time,
it's crazy,
bro. It's not nowhere near the same money.
Them
So it was
rich.
it would be super offensive that you giving me that. I want the $1,200 that was
that
I want
worth
that
back then?
Yeah, I want the value of whatever $1,200. Who you know are knowledgeable people with calculators. Y'all could add it up in the comments and let us know what that price would be. I think that will be people tying things together. And you got to also remember in the black community, we see things from our black eyes and what's around us. But that $1,200 went to all people. Like it didn't go, it went, white people got the $1,200.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody got the $1,200.
Man,
you know
back to the what are you buying? Back to the reparations. What's the first thing you buying? You get that $350. That's what I want to know.
So this is the first thing that popped into my head.
Cause I see some stuff.
Listen, this is the first thing that popped in my head. Baby, I love you, right? I love you to death. I'm talking to my girl. I made her get a 23andMe. I already did that.
Okay.
Her joint came back 19% Congo. You know what I'm saying? African. You feel me? She not gonna get no motherfucking money. You feel me? The first thing I told her, I didn't mean that I'm a replacer, but I said, I think niggas is gonna be looking for black wives. I think niggas that got white girls. Listen, because
that ain't right.
Because listen,
you think they might short you?
It's not that you're getting shorted. It's just like, you know, your 350 with my 350.
Right.
We building a legacy. Now we about to build something because I could go and buy this crib outright, no payments, no nothing. We still got your 350 as a married couple. We coming together. We got 700. But a nigga that's looking with his white girl, he's sitting there looking at her like, listen, man. You know what I mean? What you bring to the table? I don't know, man. I'm feeling
What about if you invest in her and she becomes this multi-millionaire million
that's-
makeup artist that's just out
Yeah,
here
but
doing
you can
the
also
damn
you can
thing.
also invest into your
and
black.
double your 350, triple your 350.
But guess what? You already doubled your 350 the minute you just got with your black queen. You feel what I'm saying? That's
a fact.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
That wasn't even hard work either. You just made a decision.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is niggas is going to start really looking at themselves and being like, I don't know, man. I don't really know if I'm for you, but I'm not saying that, babe, because I'm for you. This is how we going to do it. So with me,
Connie, watch out.
listen,
you know
no,
what?
no,
We got, I got your back if anything.
No, because for a year I've been calling her Congo Connie, because she checked out. I got the receipt, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I got the receipt, Ancestry.com, 23andMe, and all that. But I don't know what I'm gonna buy because you did mention that you think people will be stunting real heavy.
Listen, I can't help but to think that if they give every black person that I know where I'm from, y'all gotta understand, I'm from the bottom. I'm in the hood, and I
gonna
know
be
a lot of
lit.
people. If they give that out like they gave out stimuluses
Yo,
and all this shit, it's going. Stunting is good. Listen,
All I'm gonna say is
you talk about systems.
yeah, I'll teach you how to stunt.
nigga, all I'm gonna say is every store I go into, every establishment I go into, I'm gonna be followed by a marching band. That's gonna
that's
be my
how you
whole
coming?
style. That's
Oh,
gonna be my
shit.
style. You give
It's
me
gonna be
that.
like.
Oh, listen, this nigga's gonna fuck his
Drum
money all the way.
line.
Because I'm gonna tell you the dangers with this, like on some serious shit, right? It goes back to something Garnett said that I just mentioned. What Garnett said when they was first giving out stimulus and shit, he was like, yo, they giving out so much money, it's almost like they know money ain't gonna be worth nothing. Wouldn't that be the best time to pay a debt if you knew somebody was coming to rob you? Like, for example, if I knew I owe Rich $1 million and I know that somebody's coming or my $1 million is going to be worthless anyway, I might as well pay Rich now because I'm going to give it to him. Let's say it was diamonds and we knew diamonds was going to become a thing where it was worthless, right?
Right.
Let me give Rich these diamonds now. Now we even, right, Rich?
Right.
We even. We shook hands.
He
Now-
tried to use it. It's worthless.
Now it's worthless. And when I start thinking about, damn, when they gonna give out 14 trillion, they must know something we don't know, where this money, they about to start a whole different economy, starting with something different, and you ain't gonna be able to buy your way into the game. You know what I'm saying? This sound like a fucking setup. You know what I'm saying?
It might be
never
a
know.
land thing.
I mean, you never know.
I'll
That's
have to get some land. Like, fuck that. This is my territory right
Yeah.
here. Like,
I mean, on a serious note, that's what we will hope that people. We joke and we talk shit
Yeah.
about hood stunting and shit like that. But if God
Who was
willing-
joking?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm dead serious.
What you gonna get the marching band?
You see me at Popeyes, you gonna see a marching band behind me. I guarantee you.
So you gonna need like a bus. You gonna need like a big
Nah,
transportation.
I mean, they gonna do their own thing. They just meet
So
me
you
where
gonna
I'm at.
provide-
Oh,
the
so you pulling up in
transportation.
something crazy?
Huh?
Still, you pulling up in something crazy by yourself?
No, I'm walking.
They'll-
But people were saying that this is going to really start the WLM movement, the White Lives Matter, because they saying that you if white people knew that every black person that was grown was going to get a check for $350,000, imagine the white people that is from the bottom, some of the people that is really like they go whoa, that they really going to get that? Then for the racist white people, where can you move to? They all got the paper now. They just coming into the neighborhood. Wherever y'all could go, we could go.
But that's how you know. That's how you know that bullshit needs to stop.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's time. Like, just chill out.
Yeah, because that shit could definitely go
And,
down.
and whenever this does go through, hopefully it goes through. They
He's
better
real.
not announce that, man. Let me tell the people what I got and when I got it. Do not announce that and put everybody on blast. It's gonna be people from
just
everywhere.
let it go in the bank account.
That's a crazy.
silently.
No, that's a real thing. Because like, it's so many levels of this. I used to think back in the day. Shout out to our homie Dominic. He used to own an old studio with us. Him, Don Michael, my nigga Zeke that started Screwface. They all worked at the same job, and they all made pretty much the same money. And they could never find out. They couldn't figure out. We was young. Why Dominic had so much money. And my man Razik, you know what I'm saying, used to always be like, I'm telling you, Dev, it's a secret white check that niggas got I'm telling you, bro. White people got a check, man. He really believed there has to, he used to be like, I'm telling you, son. The nigga from New York, I'm telling you, son, I'm telling you, B. white people get a secret check, my nigga. Ain't no way he could buy that house, nigga. They worked at a Guitar Center or some shit like that. He like, oh, Sam Ash. They like, nigga, he make less than me. How the fuck he buying that shit? So if there was a secret white check, you know what I'm saying?
He had one.
Yeah, he had one.
Guess what? And if it was a secret white check, then guess what? They doing a hell of a job at just keeping it pushing.
Right.
Just keeping it pushing. They ain't talking about. So imagine right now if they told, you know, the hood and the black people, like, listen, we gonna cut these checks, man. Just chill out. We don't go crazy. We don't want to put the attention on everybody.
Niggas will make a
go
fake
crazy.
post immediately.
Did y'all get y'all 350,000?
Right. Or people that didn't get theirs, it's like, hold on, everybody else got their 350.
They
Where the
gonna
fuck
be
is
going
mine?
ham with the money phones, B. It's gonna be crazy money phones, B.
350 are definitely
That's
On
a
a gram.
yeah, that's a
that's a-
good joint.
That is.
Strip
That's a good
clubs
come
gonna
up.
go
You
crazy.
will you do a spread? The money spread? Will you do the spread challenge?
I'm gonna do mad ignorant shit. I'm gonna do all that shit. Cop a pistol,
I
show
know
that
you
off
is.
for absolutely no reason.
I
Hold on,
know
first
you
off,
is,
you
too.
better cop a fucking cop a pistol. You better cop a arsenal, nigga. You
Protect yourself.
Hell yeah. I mean, it would be a great time for black people to, instead of actually moving out of the hood, to just rebuild.
Invest in it.
Yeah, but I don't think niggas gonna do that. Niggas is gonna skate immediately.
But even that is listen. That's a whole nother issue in conversation. Because even when we do want to try to do that, it's not even just that easy. It's people. It's people that's actually like trying to like oppress and do, you know, in like cities and communities where they don't want you to build, they don't want you to rebuild, they want you to like go out and try to take over shit.
So let me ask y'all this thing, because this could lead to some serious shit that people ain't think about how problematic it could be to get reparations, right? Because like this, if Richie owe me money, right? And I'm always bitching about, you know what I'm saying, Rich owe me money. And I had a right to bitch about that because he owe me the fucking bread. Yo, bro, where my bread at, right? I did a job for you. You ain't pay me. You feel me? Then Richie ends up paying me. And I agree to whatever the payment is. And now I've been paid. Is this going to be you can never mention that slavery shit ever again. We paid y'all. This is how it's going to be delivered. Trust and believe. You received payment for your reparations. We repaired what we did. Right. Your ancestors' check basically got forwarded to you. Is how they're going to make this. In the reality is $350 doesn't just change the land. It would be big. It could done in a perfect way, organized. It could do a tremendous thing. But let's understand the reality of the situation. People aren't even educated to
no financial literacy.
No financial
Say
literacy.
no,
but
a lot of
people aren't. Right. So they already looking at it like, we're going to give them this paper,
and
right?
They're going to fuck it up.
They're going to fuck the pack up. Yep. They're going to fuck it up. And they can never complain again because it's like, no, we paid you. We gave you that money. You fucked it up. And you ain't never going to get nothing else again. It ain't nothing to talk about. And in 50 years, the way them history books and shit will look, it'll be like, oh yeah, it was this thing called slavery. Black people was done wrong. But then white people did something great and the government paid everybody their back pay and everything was all good. And so they're going to be like, nigga, whatever situation you in, that's on you. You wanted to go Garnett Briscoe style with a marching band into the strip club? You know what I'm saying?
It's a lit.
And then it's a rap.
Make my ancestors proud. You understand? They'd be proud of that.
But then you're gonna have some people that are gonna be like, "Why do we take the 350? The 350 does not cover what happened to our." Because there are people out there that look at
definitely
stuff
say
like that in that regard.
Yeah,
so
where
it's just
money
like
ain't everything.
right.
Money ain't everything.
So it's just like, would you take the money, or would y'all want to create your own businesses and try to do, you know,
listen,
your own thing, or would you take the money? It'll be like that because it's basically like being paid.
Listen, no, niggas is taking that money.
Listen,
You think everybody's gonna take the money though?
Oh, hold on,
no.
hold on.
I don't think everybody.
No.
I don't think everybody's gonna take the money.
Some people, well,
we can't speak for everybody.
Yeah, we can't. We 100% can't speak for everybody, and I definitely can't speak for a millionaire who already has made something of himself and says, "What the fuck am I going to take $350 for?" Excuse me, but DevNasty, Devinwade, aka choke your mom out, aka choke your pop out, is going to be aka straight to the fucking bank. You know what I'm saying?
And
Marching band.
Listen. No marching band. Marching band. But yeah, I'm going to take that. Yeah, I'm going to take that 350 for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm definitely going to take that. And most people from our environment,
They would take it.
no question, is going to take that fucking.
I don't think if they didn't send back the stimulus, I don't think they're gonna send back the like a $350. I mean,
Okay, right. They took that, right? They took the stimmy, right?
Yeah, but they took the stimmy, but the stimmy didn't say like don't ever talk about
No.
slavery and Black Lives
See, the thing is, they're not gonna say, they're not gonna put it like that.
Well, they wouldn't put it like that, but in retrospect,
come like that, like with the waiver, like yo, y'all gotta sign off, and it's like a hush thing.
Nah,
it's
but
like a hush thing.
But if it's gonna have to be like that in some type.
Yo, what the fuck? This nigga got pornos on his phone.
That's Richie's prayer. He gotta pray. You gotta go pray.
Nah, I'm good. We good. That was my prayer call, but we good.
Oh, I was like, damn, it's bad when I thought that prayer call was a porno call. I didn't know what the fuck.
That's because you're a wild, freaky child. You a wild, freaky child.
Porter.
And the law's gonna forgive you.
Porno rich.
The law's gonna forgive
Keep
you.
a porno scene on me. Keep a porno scene on me, baby.
Yeah,
I'm rich.
Yeah, that is
Porno
your.
scene Porter, baby.
Yeah, well, I mean, we all got jobs. My
And
job just
yours
comes-
is slinging wood on camera, huh? It's the wood slinger, Woody Harris.
And he do the damn thing too. He be out
Tiger
there
Woods.
all day.
Here we
Clint
go.
Eastwood.
Let's get back to listen, can we get back to my black people getting this bank?
We have to, not for nothing low key, we have to show a clip of Richie's sex scene.
Oh
We
man,
have to
you know
show
what?
a clip.
Listen.
Ain't that-
I'm
we
sure.
gotta show
I'm sure.
a clip.
We gotta
Listen.
stop. We just let go a clip of me talking about my old young tricks in the club. Come on.
Nah, but the sex scene is like,
Yeah, we definitely gonna throw that in there.
Apparently, you did your thing. They were raving about
That's
the
right.
sex scene, man.
This is the reason why my prayer alarms are going off. Because of all this crazy stuff that y'all keep on to just Allah's stepping in. He like, come on, Rich, stay focused.
Listen, all I know is if we do get this money, that this is going to be the most important thing, right? If this money really did pop up, is people are going to get $350,000, and this is the reason why. This is the reason why they would give it to you, because they know you're going to hand it right back. I'm gonna give you $300. I ain't gonna say government going to give you $350,000, right? Then you going to take that money and you going to put it right back in the white people's hands, because people not going to spend it on clothing made by black people. They're not going to spend it on black owned business. They're going to spend it right at the Gucci store, right at the.
so
Tell
then
me
it's
I'm
gonna
wrong.
be back to where we all
Yeah.
started.
So if people decided to say, no, we really going to spend this money with each other, that would be, when I say powerful,
Yeah.
it would be beyond powerful, because that's something that I want to go into right now, because it kind of relates in all these ways, is friends supporting friends, and how important it is for friends to support friends.
I think it's extremely important just to have that community and a foundation to try to build an infrastructure where the dollars being circulated between your friends and your loved ones. Even doing a comedy and a podcast, I have a lot of friends that show up to my events. So I try to go out of my way and make sure I return their favor, whether it's the first event or the fourth event. I try to do that, because it is a lot of people that support me, and I can't make it to every single thing because I have a big network of people.
Right.
But I do attempt to support everybody that support me, even people that don't. People from, you see something on Instagram, it's like, oh shit, that's dope, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
So
I
think it's important.
I feel like I'm gonna support my friends when, for the most part, even though you my friend, I think I still need to like it. I think I still need to like the brand and appreciate whatever you're doing.
that's fair too.
Now, will I support something that I don't like because you're my friend? Maybe once or twice, possibly. Am I going to continue to support something that I don't like if you doing like a clothing line or you doing like food and I don't like it.
Nah.
No, I'm not.
Right.
And guess what? I've done music for 10 years, right? I've never got mad at nobody. I've sold clothing for 10 years. I've never got mad at nobody. All my friends came and starting businesses later, hustles later. I was one of the pioneers with this shit.
That's a fact.
Let me talk filthy for a minute. Like, and I didn't get a support from a lot of people who starting businesses now. And they starting to look for support. They see your social media growing and they want to piggyback off your numbers. And I think that shit is like the foulest shit in the world. You know, but again, I think it's just foul when you try to like demand support when you didn't support.
Never
Right.
gave it. Yeah.
You never gave it. And me personally, I don't think it's a wrong thing to not give it again, because you ain't gotta like something. That's why I said I never been in my feelings about it,
Right.
or I never got crazy about it, because I always felt like, yo, my music, forcing you to hear my music, if you don't like my music, it's like torture, bro.
Yeah.
My music ain't for everybody. You don't like it, if you don't think it, that's cool, that's peace. We can still have a drink, hang, shake hands, love. I ain't no weak nigga like that. But at the end of the day, that's vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And I think even when it comes to like, you know, the world and which direction we going in, like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, we should of course support black businesses and all that, because black businesses have been oppressed.
Right. But black
I'm saying?
businesses
Where
got to make
opportunity-
sure that they operating in that professional manner.
That's for any business.
I will also say
That's
this
any
too.
business.
Even for the black businesses that are just getting started, we got to give them some type of leeway for just starting out too.
That's a
So
fact.
even like Rich said, was like, all right, I give you a couple chances to get it together, but we also got to have those real conversations where
Right,
if you
that's
feel like their
important.
customer service isn't
True.
up to par, because they don't know no better for at least just starting out. A lot of people don't have the interpersonal, you know, relationships or etiquette in order to make their business grow. So having that conversation up front, or even giving a suggestion where it's like, okay, his first shirt came out, maybe you didn't really like the material. Maybe it was a bad shirt, a shirt that ended up shrinking.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, maybe if you spend $1 or $2 more on a better shirt, I'll be more than willing to spend my money. I'll buy another because I know it's not going to shrink.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, DevNasty, I'll fucking educate you. You know what I'm saying? Like so with me, I've been in business for myself for 12 years now, and there's all kinds of ways that you could support people's businesses. Everybody doesn't have money to purchase stuff, or everybody doesn't have it, but there's always ways that you could support. If I design a t-shirt, or I got a fashion line, like I got a homie, Sharon Barber. His work is crazy. He might have a t-shirt that costs $250. Like literally. The most you could do for him possibly is share it.
Right.
Because somebody else could do it, because maybe you can't purchase. There's always a way.
Right.
And for me, people have been telling me my whole life, Dev, you don't belong here. Like, as far as like, you don't belong in South Jersey. You should be in, I don't know, Italy somewhere designing shit. You should be in LA designing shit. But one of the things about me being home is it gives access to professional design work to people who couldn't normally afford stuff on that level. So my way is helping people every day is giving them what I consider to be the Camden prices. You know what I'm saying? So when people come to me and they getting stuff done, they're not paying the real value to have something drawn like that or designed like that. And I always have that in mind. And then when people become personal friends of mine, I'm always trimming something off, or yo, you can slide
Absolutely.
with that one or whatever like that. So is ways that you could help people in that regard too, to help like support. Is a billion ways that you could support different shit. And when it come to music, you know, you cop a song, sometimes like a song be $1. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want the fans that just flood my inbox with shit, but there's been fans that sent me shit and I'll just go in there and cop they joint. I listen to it. Sometimes it's terrible. Sometimes it ends up being a joint that I fucked with.
Right.
But it only cost me $1, you know what I'm saying, to purchase that person's music or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta go back. We not even go back, but we saying we gonna change the energy. Even when it comes to the support thing, we got to really change it. We got to stop talking it and really change it, because going back to what Garnett said, as far as like businesses and supporting friends' businesses or supporting black businesses, you know, that's on a come up that we need to rise and to, you know, to flourish. We give these businesses a try, and like Garnett said, instead of coming back and consulting when something may be wrong, it may be a mistake was made, we don't do that. Why? Because we've been trained to be our own worst enemies. We bash each other. We tear each other down immediately. Oh, that's why he ain't supposed to have no store. They don't know what the fuck they doing. Like, but on the flip side to that, we can go to Macy's, we can go to Nordstrom's, we could go to Foot Locker. They could make all the mistakes in the world. You could go home with 2 left shoes. You could go home with a reject pair that was supposed to go to the outlets, not to the store.
Yep.
You could bring it back. They can, you know, you can just exchange your money. They'll tell you we exchange your money. They tell you go ahead and exchange the clothes. You still had the headache of the commute. You ain't really getting nothing extra.
You still shopping there.
Right. You still shopping there. Everything is fine and dandy. So it goes back to, it's beyond, it's a mental thing. It's a mental thing with us.
Yes.
It's a mental thing with us. And I say us because I'm a minority and I grew up around black people all my life.
Yeah.
Most of my family is black. They say a lot of your family ain't even your blood. It's, you know, a lot of people you came around is more family to you than your blood. You know, and I love my blood. I love my family, my real relatives and everything. You know, but I came up around a lot of people, a lot of good people and a lot of black people. So I understand a lot of shit and I see a lot of shit different. And I just feel like we got to get out of that, man. We got to get out of that. We got to like become our, now don't get me wrong. In the longevity of it, if you continue to allow your business to be a certain way and business to get conducted a certain way, then my guy, that's on your business. You're going to let that fall, bro. That's bad business.
And please don't use black owned as an excuse for that. Don't try to get people on your side.
Because listen,
you got to be able to conduct yourself. No,
you're good.
For the record, like if I go to a black business and I go to get something done to give a black business, a Latino business, I don't care what business it is because I don't live like that. You understand what I'm saying? But I do want to give the black businesses an opportunity because I understand the situation, what people have been through. You know what I mean? The opportunities that have been held back from people. So we will give them the opportunities. But if I go to order some clothing, a shipment of clothing, merchandise, and somebody is doing it better than you, of a different nationality, their turnaround time is better, their prices is better. Like, just everything. You got to understand that this is business and people have the right to do the best business that's best for them.
And the key word he said was business. So when you talk about business, one of the biggest problems is you keep discounting people's product, their work and everything by asking for a fucking discount.
Right.
Because you don't, niggas do not walk up to the counter of Walmart or nowhere and be like,
Can I
is
get
these
this?
Pop-Tarts, can I get this for $1 off?
Yep.
But with a black business, I know firsthand, people will always try to get it for less.
And I thought that was, excuse me, I think that's interesting what you said. I'm listening to 50 Cent's newest book, so he kind of been like at the front of my mind right now. But the video where he was it seemed like he was about to fight the younger kid, but all he was doing was trying to give him his mixtape or say, yo, listen to my music. But he was trying to tell the boys, like, yo, you not approaching Steve Jobs like that. You're doing it to me because we look familiar, but that's not how you conduct business. Right. That almost got you hurt in this situation. Like you got to treat me like you gonna treat one of them.
Right.
So
I feel like we need to support people when we know that, for example, like you were saying, you purchase something, their turnaround rate isn't, great or whatever. But if there's another person that you know that their turnaround rate is a little bit faster and you have connection with them, maybe you should ask them like, hey, like, what are you doing different? And then connect them with them. That's the main gap with a lot of people. And, we're quick to bash people. We're quick to, say, oh, they're not doing this right or they're not doing that right. But at the same time, if this is your friend, you're not even connecting them with the people that you can essentially connect them with that's going to help them, now, become better.
But that all depends too. Like for the street people, it's just like if I got to connect and I know that if I can't put you with a connect because he a dickhead.
Yeah,
You
okay.
gonna fucking burn the bridge or get yourself whacked, my nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for sometimes you don't put people in play with other people, not because you trying to hold them back. They'll look at it like you trying to hold them back, but for real, you know, like, dog, you about to
You
blow
gonna mess
my
up the church's
Right.
money.
But don't. All right. Well, then don't connect them. Right. But if you communicate with that other person and you know what they're doing in their processes.
Right.
And the reason why I say this is because personally, I have like one of my really good friends. She did a clothing line a long time ago, and then now she owns her own business. It's a wellness business, so it's different. But like, there's things that we talk about, and I ask her questions, and she's went through it because she's experienced. So she'll tell me like, hey, you should do it X, Y, and Z, or maybe connect me with this person, or maybe just tell me like, hey, maybe you should do it like this and this will work. I'm telling you this because I've experienced it and I made that mistake of doing it this way. So we can just communicate with one another and just kind of like, instead of bashing us behind our backs and all that stuff, just had that conversation, be like, yo, like I can help. And don't even say like, hey, you're doing this wrong. Be like, yo, like let's connect. Let's talk about this business, what you got going on. Maybe do it in that regard.
I think some people will be able to come together and share information like that and come together, and that's power. Peace to the people that's able to share and things like that. But a lot of people know that, a lot of people in business can be competition. Business can be competition, and I'm not mad at business like somewhat being competitive to a certain nature where people feel like, nah, I can't give them the game or I can't give them the plug, because we're in this certain same environment where I give them my recipes. They can take a lot of my clientele. Right. So business can get a little funny, but long as it's fair, long as there's no unjust shit being done, no cheating shit, we just hustling, honorable hustling. I'm cooking. I'm trying to cook the best shit I could cook. You cooking the best shit you could cook. It's fair game. But at the end of the day, it can be done. But at the end of the day, you can't really in this shit we in, long as you not violating nobody and you not disrespecting nobody, you not cheating or taking from nobody or nothing, you gotta be a savage. You got to wake up and you got to be a monster. Right. You can't and a lot of times, guess what? If certain things ain't being taught to you, when I got in this music shit, a lot of game wasn't being given to me. Right. Like, shout to Ant Live, my brother from back in the day, that's still my brother to this day. You know what I'm saying? We went through a lot of shit where Ant Live showed me a few things on like computers, how to do certain shit. And from there, I just knew, I was like, yo, I got to learn a lot of this shit myself. Right. I got to become a savage. I got to wake up, and that's just like right now. I got to wake up every day and be a savage for information. Information is power. That's what people holding back. That's what a lot of the plugs got.
Right. Like with me, I'm a person that I give people information. Like, and I did a rant on this. I did a rant on this. Like, I run a production facility, SFX Studios. In here, we do everything. You could come in this motherfucker, record your album, you could get your album written for you, produced. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is go in there, like it'll be recorded, then you memorize it, go in there, rap your shit. Afterwards, you could get your shit, your logos designed, your motherfucking CD duplicated, everything from beginning to end,
One-stop
photography,
shop.
Everything, right? And I have photographers that shoot here. Every photographer that shoots here will tell you, Dev shows us everything. They could look at a picture and be like, how did you do this picture? And I will show them every single setting they need on the camera, where to put the light, because I don't give a fuck. And the reason I realized that was, and I got to the point where I don't give a fuck, is I realized that people got different circles that they gonna sell to. Some people just not gonna buy a photo shoot from me. Some people want their girl to shoot with a female where they could feel comfortable. Right. Some people gonna shoot with, they think, oh, I want to shoot sports with this guy because they see that he mostly shoots sports stuff. You always gonna have your own demographic. So I don't even give a fuck about giving people the secrets. Nobody would give a person a secret sauce if they was making a sandwich. Like, that don't make sense.
It's different.
But certain principles and things like that, you'll give to people. And what I will say with me with business, I'm more than fair, because sometimes my customer is the reverse way. The customer is unprofessional, not the business. So I'll have a fucking customer, right, that'll say, I want to book a photo shoot with you on Saturday, July the 19th. And when they book that, that session, you've taken up my day. You've X'd out a certain amount of hours and you were supposed to get a shoot that was $750. You paid a deposit of $100, right? You pay the rest when you get there. And what happens is that person will do a no call, no show, or call you the last minute and say, yo, I can't make it. The excuse is always my kid's sick. That's because that's the one you can't argue with.
Right.
So you'll get 3 my kid's sick in one day, right? So now that person will call you up the following week and say, hey, I want to book that appointment again. They still think they got the $100 down that they paid on the other day that they fully wasted for you. And they don't understand, like, you paid a security deposit. Every time you book, you have to pay that deposit, because what happened was I was supposed to make $700 off your appointment and I only made $100. And it's not like I can just fit somebody in your place right there. And people will try their hardest not to get it. It's their unprofessionalism. So there's been times where, you know how they say the customer's always right?
Yep.
I tell them, no, the customer's not always right, but I will treat you as if it was right. I'm going to tell you you was wrong, right? Don't argue with me. And I'm going to give you what you want, but I'm going to educate you knowing for the next time.
Don't do this again.
Don't do this, and don't do this with somebody else, because what you're doing right here, it's your end of the business that you're, you know what I'm saying? And people don't realize that sometimes it could be the customer
Right.
and
Absolutely.
not the person.
Nope.
I also wanted to speak on the Black-owned businesses, like people like ourselves, the people that are running the companies, to also be mindful to reciprocate that same energy when you are receiving the support and receiving the love. I know for my shows, like people spend money, and I tell my other friends this like a lot too. Whereas be mindful, because they don't have to spend that on you.
Right.
You should appreciate that, because they don't have to be there. They're literally, that's them giving you fuel for your dreams. And you got to be mindful of that. So you have to reciprocate that energy, whether it's making sure your business is up to par, giving back to them, whether it be sales, free shows, or maybe any marketing way, you know, to make sure you just make sure that the customers feel good.
Yeah,
So,
we can't get on this microphone and just fucking fart. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to bring a motherfucker a content. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? Because without the listener, there is no fucking show.
At
You
all.
know what I'm saying?
I just feel like everything got to get done like with a certain energy and from a certain place, bro. And I just said that at like another meeting I was at. There was totally some different shit, but I just feel that way about everything. Things should be done from the heart. Things should be done in a good way. You know, whether you coming to support me, whether you coming back to tell me that my business wasn't right, something wasn't right, it should come from the heart. If you come into my business and my business is in the community, and you come into my business and you want my business to support something in the community, I think you should come right. I never should feel like I'm being threatened. I'm being extorted. I'm being like, because we all grown. We all grown. Fair is fair. We speak about a lot. You know, one of our favorite sayings here is, you know, our life is our gift from God. You know, and I just feel like when we do, I know where I'm from, we do shit a certain way sometimes and it come off the wrong way. And from the rip, it's just, it don't work out.
Right.
Because it's done wrong. It's come with a certain energy. Like, yo, nah, people got to do this. Yo, everybody got to do this, or we ain't going to do this. Like, listen, man, we got to stop, man. You wouldn't like nobody talking to you like that.
Right.
Like, so slow down.
Right.
Slow down. Like, killer. Like, killer. You know? Everybody, listen, once everybody start being a killer, you see, we just went through protests and riots, man. Everybody could, like, get off that energy, man. Everybody.
that being familiar with people can actually cause complacency, man. Because you so familiar with the people that you're dealing with that you don't even want to grow from there. You don't want to change your business model. You don't want to, you already feel like the way that you're dealing with them on an everyday basis is already, good. Funny story. One of my friends, John Wigfall, who does PR.
Shout out to John Wigfall.
Funny story. I talked to him a lot. He was doing my EPK a couple years ago. Called me, hey, listen, this is what I need from you. This is the information. After that, busted up about life. Ended, all right, bro, I'm going to send over an email, get everything started for you. All right, cool. I get an email 5 minutes later. Hi, this is John Wigfall. I hope this email finds you well. And it's like, hold on, bro. I just got off of the phone with you. You don't even have to be professional. But he still did it anyway.
Yeah, because John ain't fucking,
Nope.
he ain't with the games. He going to treat everything on that professional
no-
level.
no
and
matter
look at his,
what.
But look at his success.
Yeah.
Listen, we was at the protest. You know what I'm saying? Me, myself, Garnett Briscoe, Porter Rich. And in the middle of the protest, I see John Wigfall with the mask on. I peep him. I said, "Hold on, I know that's John." I said, "Oh yeah, I need you to work for me, bro. I need some work, bro."
That's my guy.
Yeah,
right there,
he gets it done. Shout out to him, Mir, they whole team, man. They get it done.
And to be honest, when it comes to business, let's do the math to business, right? I could be a stone cold, like, either, I don't want to say a dickhead, but I could be like silent about what I do as far as giving back and things of that nature. It could be totally low, right? And people can bash me wherever they want, talk about me and say, nah, he don't do this, he don't do that. We got to stop supporting him. We got to stop going to him, right? But if my product is dope, like heroin dope, like super addictive dope, dope sells itself.
Yeah.
And I don't care on what level we talking. So when I get in my creative bag and I create dope, don't try to stop the dope, because dope sells itself on every level. So if you cook and you master your craft to where you can cook dope and the food is addictive like dope,
Can you not say it like
then
that?
no, seriously, dope sells itself.
Yeah.
Because I know how Dev like to caption our clips.
Yeah.
Don't
So this
stop
one-
the dope.
Yeah,
We
this
gonna
one-
get that shit
this-
printed up
yeah,
on the shirt.
Yeah, this one will either be don't stop the dope or dope sells itself.
It's just the dope part, like how he says
listen,
it.
I'm saying it to be funny because we want to laugh and we want to get, but for real, it's coming from a good place to my people. That if you master your craft,
Right.
That's all I'm saying. No, regardless of how somebody perceive it, I can't change people's perception.
Right.
Somebody can sit here and listen to everything I'm saying and change everything I'm saying. Trust me, it's going to happen. They're going to switch stuff and say he meant this, he meant that.
Oh, my God.
You can't tell me what I meant. You understand what I'm telling you? But what I'm telling y'all right now is that dope sells itself.
And he said what he said, because that's a very important thing. Because just like he said, like I had somebody hit me up and be like, yo, you ashamed? You should be ashamed of yourself. You advertising a fucking podcast while a black man lays slain. And I'm just like, hold on, my nigga. Listen, first off, you don't even know what I do. You feel what I'm saying? Like a person will say, like, you supposed to be doing this in the community. It's like, my nigga, right now, I'm feeding the homeless, bro. I'm checking my messages. I'm out here in the heat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like spending our money. We feed in the city. And this ain't nothing new. This is what we've been doing for years. This is what we do in our free time. You feel what I'm saying? From the heart. So people will say that, but at the same time, what you talked about, dope sell itself, this person's still following you. They want to see what artwork you working on. You know what I'm saying?
You're already in tune.
They already in tune, but like Rich said,
they itching. They itching when they can't see the page.
People will still like hear what they want to hear, pick what they want to pick, miss an episode or something, but guess what you talked on. You know, the shit be really, really crazy sometimes when a motherfucker say to me like, you doing this? Where's your podcast at? Like, when you gonna drop your own podcast? My nigga, we're on episode, what's this, 14?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, my man, I'm on episode 14.
They be
Oh,
listen,
word!
They
Where
be
were
tough.
you?
They tough in them comments. And to speak on that, it was somebody that hit Dev up also about, yo, you letting the white guy on your podcast show use the N-word and shit like that loosely. And just because I wanted to touch on that
it's
anyway.
funny, this shit.
Yeah, and I want to touch on it anyway because a friend of mine, somebody that I seen, made a post today about the N-word again, Latinos using the N-word, how we gonna stop it, we gonna try to work on it, nobody gets a pass, it's just a negative word, wop, this and that. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for it. I'm not against it. I know when we go through things like this where like racial stuff, racial tension, that's always an issue, it's always a topic.
It's an issue within the black community whether to say nigga too. So let's not get it twisted.
Well, that's where, my whole thing is like for me, right? And I'm Latino. I'm Puerto Rican. But again, like I just said earlier, I grew up and was raised around a dominant black area. Not only did I do that, I still live there today.
And people pick and choose. Cause listen, man, we talking about classics. Who made that nigga shit? Who made that record? Big Pun?
Yo,
let's come on.
It's crazy because look, I was scared to go right to where you went because
we grew up off this
not
shit.
even on the pun shit though. I just pulled up playing Lil Durk, Future, Spin the Block, and I'm counting how many niggas is in the record, and I'm just like, spin the block, nigga, spin the block.
One more time.
One more time, and I'm just like, yo, I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, because the person who I see made the post, I got a lot of respect and love for. She's a sister from my community that works in like the education field that I work in. So it's just a lot of love. So I even liked the post because I'm willing to take a look at it and work on it. I understand people from the South, even from the South, sometimes I feel like it's probably like different down there, especially in like certain states. And if I was to go down there, they would probably look at me differently if they heard me talk.
And the reason is because our world is our world. Mm-hmm. We're from the tri-state of New York, Philadelphia, New Jersey, where there is a bunch of Puerto Ricans. Nigga, when I lived in South Carolina, I didn't see no Puerto Ricans back, like none. Mm-hmm. When I say zero, there was some Mexicans, but it wasn't like that. So if they never see anybody outside of this shade saying that would be mind blowing to them. Where it was like, dog, we was all the same people. Where I'm from Camden, New Jersey. It's more Hispanics in Camden, New Jersey than anything.
I just say, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just say to the person in our comments, listen, man, no disrespect to anybody that ever hears me speak. Anybody, especially my black people. If you ever hear me speak and you ever hear me use the N-word, like, again, my apologies to you if you take offense to it, but people got to understand that you got to like also understand where a person comes from in their life, in their walk of life, in their background, because you may not understand it. You may know nothing about it. You may not, and our
culture is different than Southern culture or maybe West Coast.
Very different.
And
West
things
Coast
don't just
culture
change overnight, bro. Like I said, my guys is still hitting me to this day. Like, nigga, where was you at?
Obviously.
Like, nigga, what you doing? Like, nigga,
I'm gonna keep it real. There's never been a separate. Literally in my life, there's never been a separation, and nowhere around us. Like, that's never been a real issue I ever saw in real life. I'm 40 years old. Mm-hmm. 40 years old, outside, through events, known, run a business. It ain't never been no division here amongst Hispanics and black people. It was the same shit, but they just spoke two languages and shit. Like my uncle always called y'all bilingual Negroes.
Man, like I said, it's a difference between like you said, a real like cultural or racial issue, and then just going through shit. Because we all go through shit. Like I always tell everybody when they talk this separation and segregation type talk, and don't get me wrong, to each his own. So I don't knock you. I don't look at you no different, to each his own, But for me, it don't work. It wouldn't make sense because I know that, and this is, again, my opinion, how I feel. I know that if you took all the black people and put them over here, you took all the Latinos and put them over there, you took all the whites and put them over there, all the Asians and put them over there, you still gonna have all the same bullshit you going on in the world in each of them fucking places. Yep. You gonna have evil, you gonna have good, you're going to have shice, shade, love, care, all the same shit.
It's just going to be less popping in other places.
Right.
The black and the Latino community going to be lit.
Right, but it's going to be whack. It's really, think about it. It'll be a whacker world. It'll be a whacker world, bro. I don't never want to, like, that race stuff, man, come on. Like, it's really one, man, the human race. And we got to get on it. Get to it, and we definitely got to get shit fixed for like the races and the cultures that's been
and this is something like, this is a whole different topic. I just want this to sit in your minds a little bit. I mean, I'm doing it right now. I'm on a podcast. I chased artistry my whole life. I did music. I always wanted to do something that I perceived in my mind as bigger or larger than life, something less tangible, right? Now, the tangible thing to do is, if you grew up and your dream was to have a corner store, you can achieve that. There are steps you can take to having a corner store, and you're going to get one. Like, this is the steps that you would have to take. But in our community, and I'm talking about black people, I'm separating it now, right? People don't want that. We look for these things we perceive as bigger, like, I want to play basketball. I want to be on TV. I want to get this. They don't see themselves being in a store all day behind some glass doing that. But then sometimes I'll see our people want to get mad when they want to have a little uprising. They'll start saying like, the Dominicans got all the businesses in our neighborhood. But you don't know one person that even wants to have a store. Not that got denied from having a store or stopped from having a store, that even wanted to have one. Which one of y'all want a store? Damn, not me.
That's funny because the
Not me.
only,
Well,
only,
no,
only
I
other
was going to say not even want a store, because people that say yes, how many people is going to run the store? That's being there all day long, because they've been there all
Keep it-
day.
keep
It ain't no,
inventory.
it ain't no glory in that job. Niggas is doing it because it's tangible and it makes sense. And they coming in with that tangible and grounded value of like, this equals this money. It's not going to make us millionaires. This is what we doing, and this is how we maintain, and this is what we into. And then they raise their kids on that same time. When you see that kid turn like 14, he right behind the counter working and shit like that, and then he be the same grown man that you see later on running the shop. But if we not willing to do that because we think that we, quote unquote, better than having that business or whatever the case may be, we can't complain about not having these stores in our neighborhoods because we don't even want them.
And we got to take the steps. Sometimes people want to skip steps.
Yeah.
They don't want to.
Yeah.
They don't want to go to 1, 2, 3. They want to go to 1 to 5. And it's
Yeah.
like, but wait, you got to take the steps in between to get there.
Yeah, just stop being mad about shit you don't want.
That's
That's
a
like
great point you made,
That's like fucking Donald Trump type, supporting niggas that be like, the Mexicans is taking our job. You don't want to cut grass, my nigga.
Right.
You don't even want the jobs that the Mexican niggas got. You bitching about some shit you don't even want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's more like kids
And nobody
watch somebody
you- and
play with a
nobody
toy
you
that
know want
they
it.
don't even want. You know what I'm saying? And then they like, that's my toy. That's what the fuck they doing. You know what I'm saying? But
that's deep.
nah, but that's really what it is. But
That's
yo,
deep.
man, we about to get out of here today. I know normally we really get to rock out and give y'all like a 2-hour joint, but schedules is running a little bit tight today and everything like that, man. Like always, man, we appreciate everybody that is tuned in with us
Facts.
every motherfucking Saturday.
Appreciate all of the comments on the videos, man.
I appreciate the DMs. I've been getting a lot of DMs.
Hold on, so
lately.
niggas, hold on, is niggas hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on, wait.
Why would you wait to the end?
Wait, hold on, wait.
They sliding.
Wait. Is niggas sending dicks?
No.
There's
Ain't
been no
get to that
dicks.
Please
yet.
don't send me any of that. Please.
That's how you
I
know
appreciate
women got
all
it.
the
Listen,
love.
that's how you know women got it way easier than us. Because my DM dry as shit. That's crazy. They keep telling y'all about my sex scenes and it's still dry. Like it's ridiculous. And listen, before we go, I want to shout out. I just want to say that shout out to all the young high school ballers that's out there, man. They dropped the top 25 high school ballers, and Camden City, we got young Dewan Wagner Jr. Up on that joint heavy. It's a lot of it's a lot of young
Shout outs to him, man. CMD.
yeah, it's a lot of good young kids on there. Bronny on there, young LeBron was on there. The young kid, and this is why I actually wanted to shout it out. They all young kings, man, doing great things. We
I
wish
think they're going to sophomores.
Yeah,
that's the
some
class
shit
they
like
did,
that.
right?
Who was number one on the list? Huh?
Number one was Wag.
Oh, okay.
Number one was Wag.
Hold on,
yeah.
I ain't hear that.
It
though.
was
Hold on,
DJ.
I ain't hear that. Hold on.
DJ
Dewan Wagner
Wagner.
Jr.
Dewan Wagner Jr.
He was number
DJ
one?
Yeah, number one.
So he wasn't number two.
Nah, he was number
Numero
one. But
uno.
look, he was number one, and now something came out because it's another young king, Stone Cold Savage on the court. His name is Mikey Williams. I believe he's from out of Chicago originally, but he's a savage on the court, a Stone Cold phenom monster. You know what I mean? Future star. And he just recently, I think it's something going on because Camden people probably keep hitting him. We so we get crazy and our
that's
fans
what's
get
up.
crazy.
CMD.
So somebody was probably saying something to the man, and I think the man done tweeted out like, Camden, y'all don't want this smoke.
Oh.
So now that's like going around. They
Hold on,
like,
what number is he? Is he number
he was
one?
like, no. He was like
Nah.
he was like 3 or 4, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah,
he
was like 4.
Hold on, so Dewan,
he's hurt
but
right
they-
now.
hold on, so
but
Dewan, he top 2, but he's not 2.
at all.
Right.
Oh, okay, that's all.
Yeah, Wag
Well,
number one. Wag
that's
number one right now. They
because,
got him rated.
A lot of those kids, because sports is funny the way that they do it. They try to start like a farm league. They be recruiting kids since like 4th, 5th grade. just so they can keep them ranked and keep them updated. It's basically keeping tabs on kids until they eligible, for you to send them a scholarship and have them come to your school. But basically, the one kid that was upset, the kid Mikey Williams, he's been ranked number 1 in his class since they've been doing that.
Right.
He's been like number 1, and DJ, they kind of kept him low key in a sense. Like he wasn't doing a whole bunch of stuff up until this year, where you don't see him on highlights or nothing like that. Like he's not out here actively promoting himself in that manner. But after he went to the USA team over last summer, that's what put him on the map to a lot of these coaches and a lot of people.
They come from that silence.
Yeah, well,
they like quiet guys.
Listen,
the Wagners, for those that don't know, like I know the dad, and we watched the dad whole career, like, and I think they both got that in them. They both are like
shout out to all of them.
And I'm not gonna say nothing because Mikey, all of the kids that's phenomenal to be top 25 at anything that you do when it's millions of people trying to do it. So congratulations to all the kids on there. What I will say about DJ is, yeah, he has a stone cold killer in his house. It's like being Kobe Bryant's son. And it's like, no, you still got something in you too. Like, so Mikey Williams is barking, but I'm pretty sure that kid is in the gym now.
Wag was quiet, but Wag was quiet, but Wag, people didn't realize and understand that Wag was quiet, super humble, super pious, but he was from Centerville, Camden, New Jersey, and when he got on that court, like, not only was he a killer,
it showed.
I mean, but you'll know, like, if you ever, like, came crazy. If you ever came crazy, you would know that he got another side to him.
Yeah.
And that's arguably the greatest high school player of all time.
Listen, man, I can't make a layup, nigga, but I could dribble a nigga's head off the concrete for sure. I could do that.
Crazy thing is, you look super athletic, but it's like you foul
You
hard
do
as
look like
shit.
a small forward.
Listen, this is the thing.
You look like a small
I
forward.
could jump high as shit.
I know you can.
Niggas be like,
You
God
over there
damn.
right now. Look, now that he said it, you do look like Jerry Stackhouse.
No, this the craziest part. When I run next to somebody, we be racing. My steps look like this. It be like you could count them like 1, 2, 3.
You be taking strides.
4, jumping. I just leap each time. Niggas' legs be running fast as hell. I be just next to niggas smiling like, nigga.
Yo, God is funny like that, B. God is funny like that because he give you crazy talents. You got crazy talents, but can't do weird shit. Like you like a horrible driver.
Horrible
you can't
driver.
drive.
Crazy.
You'll
terrible.
crash into fucking a bunch of shit, hit
Crazy.
people.
Dead.
Like, listen, God is funny like that, man. You gotta appreciate it.
Yeah,
Because he
man.
gave you crazy shit though, and you love doing tedious shit that a lot of people hate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't do your job if, like, I wouldn't even want to get paid to do it.
Yeah, nah, I get it, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So I get it. What you
We
say.
blessed, man. Everybody blessed for everything that we got, and we blessed for all the fans that we got, man. For motherfucking myself, DevNasty, for motherfucking Porter Rich, for Waleska D, and for Garnett Briscoe, Mr. Stimmy Hendrix, the most stimulated.
That's right.
Young Coco beware.
Yeah. Listen, man. We out, man. Peace.
Dutchie, 17. Woo! Hey. Thank you for believing in the clean expense. I really be needing it. The team legit, but who let the demons in? It probably been a long time, but I need to spit. Had to go full strength for me defense. I had no bullshit till I seen the risk. Didn't do that crime, judge plead the fifth. Do that time, don't leave it snitch. Right up the hip, like squeezing blicks. They blocked my big shot, but I seen the miss. I let y'all go off while I schemed and pissed. I needed 10. World knew he was sick, but they let me off with a weak offense. I can't let you live, cause you need the sense. Smoke a hella plain since I need to vent. Mom block eyes, but I seen this shit, I had to. Didn't fall far from the apple. I be in the water like a paddle. Everybody cattle with people just wanting a battle. I do it better with my shadow. All you niggas shallow, lacking when you rap though. Everything is clear. I'ma make it back though. Smoking on the petrol. I came in the back though. Now I'm still intact though. Watch where you at though. Thank you everybody that was listening. Now the streets whispering, Gave it up and now it's time to give again. Now my team glistening, Always wanted to appreciate it. Thank you, now I see dividends, Thank you everybody that was listening. Now my heat quickening. Thank you everybody that was listening. Now them streets whispering, Gave it up and now it's time to give again. Now my team glistening, Always wanted to appreciate it. Thank you, now I I see dividends. Thank you everybody that was listening. Now my heat quickening. Now my heat quick. Niggas listen to my songs, hit my phone for the remix. I ain't with the false or the cheap shit. Try to cover sun like an eclipse. I'ma go dumb. You won't see shit. You just go numb. You won't be fit. Tryna peep this. That's a sneak this. Call my bro Grim. He just reap shit. Why Von gotta kill the beat? Why Von gotta heal the streets? Why Von gotta only be the one that put us on and feel defeat? You big dogs seem lil to me, and your girls look real petite. Think you hot, but you chilled to me. I got some people that will feel for me. Thank you everybody that was listening. Now the streets whispering, gave it up and now it's time to give again. Now my team glistening, always wanted to appreciate it. Thank you, now I see dividends. Thank you everybody that was listening. Now my heat quickening. Thank you everybody that was listening. Now the streets whispering, gave it up and now it's time to give again. Now my team glistening. Always wanted to appreciate it. Thank you, now I see dividends. Thank you everybody that was listening. Now my heat quickening. Kill him. Kill him. Touchy.